Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm making a video here from my kitchen, so here at home, and it's a very different place from being in the desert. But this video is inspired of the desert. As I have shown you, I may have shown you on Instagram, I found a candidate meteorite while I was out hiking recently. I'm still working on whether it actually is a meteorite or not, but nevertheless, now that I know about meteorites and their existence out in the desert, I'm really interested in going out and finding more. So I'm going to show you today how I'm going to be making a meteorite cane. This was inspired by watching a couple of episodes of Meteorite Men on YouTube. Just check it out. Go to YouTube and type in Meteorite Men, type in Mojave Desert, which is where I go, and you can see some interesting stuff how they go out and find meteorites and terrain very similar to the terrain that I explore in. So this is a simultaneous making of the video while my wife makes breakfast at the same time. So it's like making breakfast in a video production studio. And here's the dog too, so the whole family's up.
It's the other way around.
It's making a video in a breakfast production studio. Is that more like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Since this is the kitchen.
That's right. And since this is Ollie, so I've got an audience. Ollie, can you say hi? Hi, Ollie. Okay, let's go back over here. So I want to show you the part that I'm going to put together to make my cane. So the first thing is I'm going to have a little pole, and I actually spent some time yesterday shopping around. I went to 3 or 4 different stores. I went to a Dick's Sporting Goods where I found some walking sticks, and then I went over to the golf section. Found a really nice item. It's a golf ball picker-upper. It was perfect. It was really nice. It was $25. I had a little round thing at the end to pick up the balls, and it would fit my magnet in there perfectly. And it was collapsible. Important because since I'm on a motorcycle, I need to have it able to collapse down so that I can store it back in the back. But it was a little bit flimsy, that golf thing, so I didn't know if it would last my outings. The walking canes were nice, but they were expensive and you had to buy them in pairs. There was a staff type, but still it was kind of expensive. I was thinking about a piece of dowel, but then couldn't collapse it. And then while I was at Target, I found this. We're actually there shopping for other things. So this is the XS Series Big U-Shot telescopic pole. Now what I like about it is that it's got a mount on the bottom there where I can mount my GoPro. And I thought that might be kind of interesting to have the GoPro mounted on the end while I'm searching for magnets, and then maybe even the GoPro will capture a magnetic rock as it flies off the ground onto the magnet. That'd be pretty cool. So these are 2 of the items. I got some tape. It's masking tape, or duct tape as well. And then this is the centerpiece for the whole thing. This is my Sunkey rare earth magnet. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and take a look at this. I had to order this on Amazon. By the way, Amazon Prime. Dangerous stuff, that Amazon Prime, Yumiko. It's easy to go a little nuts with that free shipping.
You wish.
I wish. Whoops. So here, I'm going to open this up and you'll see, I take the lid off, that inside there's my rare earth magnet. And it's got all kinds of cautions on here. Caution, don't get between your fingers and a piece of metal. Caution, don't eat bagels with small children. Caution, don't try to kiss your wife when the dog is watching. All kinds of things. And that's because this is really, really powerful. Let me show you my regular magnet. And let me grab a piece of this rock right here. This is a piece of hematite, which is a magnetic rock that I find out in the desert, easily mistaken for a meteorite. Looks a lot like it, but as you can see, this is a refrigerator magnet. It sticks on there quite nicely. So that's one way to identify if you have a meteorite or a rock with some rock capabilities, or some magnetic capabilities.
So it is a meteorite?
I'm still not sure about this one. This one is another one that I'm kind of on the fence about, because I've taken this particular rock to a museum. They declared it was a meteorite. I took this rock on Friday to a lapidary store, you know, for stoneworking, because I bought a tumbler. And I showed it to him, and he declared absolute certainty this is a meteorite. Everybody I've shown this to has identified, you know, that seems to know anything about rocks. And I believe it or not, I know a few people here that do. They thought it was, except one guy who I really respect, my friend Chris, and he's an old timer, and he thinks this is hematite. So, but I've looked at hematite, and hematite has a more of a crystalline structure, and it doesn't have the copper. So one of the features of a meteorite is that it has iron and copper in it. And you can, unfortunately, you probably can't see it, but I don't know, because the light's pretty bad. It's early morning still. But grab my phone. I don't know where it is. Hold on just a second. Here. Ollie, keep. Here. Yeah. Ollie, keep everybody entertained while I grab my phone and my light. Just a second. Did you do a good job, Ollie? Okay, let's see. So, let's see if I can show you. So this is, I don't know if you can see the copper. Can you see the kind of the metal, the kind of the copper, with copper color? Copper happens to be copper colored. Who knew? Who knew? You see the copper color there? That is another characteristic of meteorite. Also the burned appearance of it. And there's something called a fusion crust, which is what it gains when it enters through the atmosphere. I don't necessarily think that this has a fusion crust, but if you look at it under the hand lens, it's quite an impressive structure. And also, although there are a few small holes, there are no. It's not. I think the word is porous or porous. And see, there's that hole, but porous. So it's very, very heavy, and it attracts magnets like crazy. But I'm still suspicious that this is hematite. So I'm looking into it further, and I was invited to take this rock to a museum geologist who will have a look at it. But let me show you my piece de resistance, as they say in YouTube videos. This is my normal little magnet, and this is my rare earth magnet. Now this thing is, you can see it comes in its little thing there, in its pouch. It's got all that styrofoam to protect it from the world. This thing is strong. I mean, this will crush your fingers if you get it against the refrigerator. I took this to work on Friday, and I planted it against a container of staples. You know, just staples, you put them in the thing. And I walked around the office asking coworkers, you can tell it was a productive Friday, asking coworkers to try to remove it by pulling it off. Not a single one could do it. The only way you could get it off is to slide it off. It's that powerful. So let's see how it attracts to this. It'll touch nicely, but not as nicely as it would on the refrigerator. There you go. So it snaps on there quite nicely, and then versus the little magnet there as well. Now let's have a look if I tap it onto the refrigerator. And I want to keep this away from electronics, of course. There's the refrigerator over there. A little rare earth magnet. It's on there quite good. There. I was able to get it off. So I got this, and I was carrying it around in my pocket yesterday as I was shopping, and it was getting caught. I had it in my pocket. I would like stand at the checkout counter, and it would snap off into the cash register. I'd be stuck to the. I don't know if you saw. Did you see that one woman giving me the weird look, Mama? I had my pocket was stuck to the cash register thing, and she was like looking down. Why is his pocket? There was this big bulge coming out of my pants, stuck to the edge of the thing. No, I guess that's a sign that I'm starting to like shopping. Anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to mount this to the end using the chicken tape. And then I'm going to see if I can mount my GoPro to the end as well, and I'll have myself a real bona fide meteorite cane. So I'll come back in a second after I assemble it. Oh, jeez. Let's see what happens. Oh, gee, see it. Okay, I've got the pole out of the pole bag, pole box. You can see it retracts out A good 3 feet probably, 2.5, 3 feet. That's sufficient. Now I've got the magnet on the end, and I'm starting to wrap it with sparrow tape. Not too much. Now it's interesting. I wonder what's in this tape. Yeah, oops, wait, hold on. Keep it straight. That's one problem with this particular one, is that the magnet doesn't stay necessarily too straight on there unless I wrap it up real nicely. And rare earth magnets are quite fragile, actually. They can shatter easily. So I have to be careful and not bang it against any candidate rocks. Although watching the meteorite men on TV, they seem to bang theirs sometimes. The one guy, Dr. Drew, I think his name is, bangs his against the candidate meteorites that don't turn out to be meteorites. Okay, I think that's good enough. Maybe one more loop. Well, and then now that is pretty good. So now I've got the magnet on the end. Now I have to be careful not to get this near any electronic devices. Of course, that could, definitely be a problem. Let's see if this will pick up this rock here on the table. There it is. This is coming in, swooping in. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to work. So, sweeping through, hiking through the mountains, sweep along, and find wow, that sounded good and tight. So let's see how far that'll. Feel it dropping down. There you go. Well, the way I see the meteorite men use it is they use it less to find them as much as to verify them. So they're walking along and they see a candidate rock. What's that? Oh, there you go, candidate. Okay, but out where I hike, there's lots of rocks with iron in them. So lots of meteor wrongs, as they're called. Now, so I've got the GoPro here, and you can simply screw this onto the end. There we go. And now, the way that this could work, see, I could have that going. I could actually be searching and have the GoPro at armed and ready to go. And what's this? Could this be a meteorite? Let's see. There you go. You won't be able to see it, catch it, the meteorite in the video, but you'd at least hear it, right? So it's interesting. And also you can use it when scanning the ground. Okay, well there you go. That's my my meteorite pole. Okay. My dad always said I'd one day end up on the pole. I guess he'd be proud of me now. But this stick, for all its utility, it's a little bit, not so sure. Maybe it's okay. It's okay when I'm using it like this, but it may not last that long. That's okay. If it doesn't last that long, then I'll just go back to the Dick's Sporting Goods and get the golf ball picker-upper that I saw. But this magnet good. So the magnet, how much did this all cost? Magnet was about $24. The pole was $19. And the duct tape was just a couple of bucks. So for I guess under 50 bucks, I was able to get myself a magnet pole. And then it collapses up real nicely. Be able to store that easily in my motorcycle panniers or in my backpack as well. Of course, the camera will come off. And I'll probably just leave that little black piece on there and just take that piece off like that. And I am getting geared up with all kinds of stuff for more geology stuff. I did get myself, I'll show you guys this. Here. There you go. No, anyway, I can't find it. I did get one of those little loops, the magnifying thing. Wow, what a world that opens up. But that's it for this video. Getting ready to become a meteorite softypapa. So search for more, and hematite and the like. Okay, well. Yumiko's, I can hear the bacon on the sizzle. Ollie, bacon! Bacon, boy! Bacon! It's gonna be bacon time. You want some? You want some? You want some bacon? Yeah. Okay, see y'all later. Take care. Bye. See you. Okay, let's give this one a try. So here I'm coming in. So swooping in with a camera, looking for a meteor. Oh, there's a likely candidate right there. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if we can go in the end. And we've got a find. Yay! Happy Meteorite Day. Now it's time to start hunting. See you.